How much does mold remediation cost? The average cost of mold remediation is $2,260, but actual costs range from $1,110 to $3,410, influenced by multiple factors. We are at one in thinking that fuzzy or slimy mold is ugly. With no intent to put you out, you need to know how harmful mold can be for your family, pets, and the house itself. And pretty costly to get rid of if mold presence is ignored over an extended period. But whenever first signs are spotted at the outset, qualified services might cost much less. A smaller patch can be remediated for just $450. In general, mold remediation cost per square foot falls somewhere from $13.33 to $28.33. Mold remediation cost factors. Mold remediation describes a multi-stage procedure consisting of initial inspection, testing and removal, sanitization of the contaminated surface, as well as preventive measures. The rates vary vastly under the influence of a myriad of parameters: the scale of invasion, or the infected surface area, allocation, collateral damage and repair. For example, deep penetration of mold can weaken the construction, load-bearing or partition walls, flooring. Mold type, inspection and testing. Mold remediation by location. Basement mold remediation cost. If you haven't provided a damp-proof layer in the house basement, it's highly recommended to install it. Basement mold remediation requires a competent approach, most notably a narrow examination for leaks, pest removal, dehumidifying, and sanitization. If mold is spotted at the first set out and the contaminated area isn't large, remediation rates start at $500 or so. Bathroom mold remediation cost. Despite being the ideal environment for fungi, spore settling and propagation owing to daily condensate and steaming, bathroom mold remediation requires less effort compared to attic or HVAC because fuzzy greenish or black colonies are obvious more often than not. If you delay fixing a leak for a while, soon after you may encounter a fuzzy growth under the bathtub or vanity unit that will cost you from $500 to $1,000 to remove. Ongoing leaks may result in additional expenses due to extensive repair works that include reconstruction or restoration. Attic mold remediation cost. Roof leaks of various origins and poor ventilation might be the reason for excessive humidity and, in its turn, may give rise to mold growth. The attic mold remediation cost depends largely on the infestation size. All in all, be ready to pay from $1,000 to $4,000. If you have a leaking roof, get ready to pay more as the primary source of moisture should be eliminated to exclude mold recurrence afterwards. Crawl space mold remediation cost. Crawl space mold remediation requires more effort as this partition is quite small and narrow. Still, the surface area isn't large, so remediation services amount to $500 to $2,000. Air duct, HVAC mold remediation cost. HVAC systems are well known for hosting mold colonies when they aren't properly maintained and cleaned regularly. Costs of mold elimination range from $3,000 to $10,000 and depend greatly on the scope of work and the system's size. Ordinary air duct cleaning services cost less, from $250 to $450, compared to air duct mold removal. Scheduling a regular HVAC air duct cleanup a couple of times a year prevents the settling of new spores and saves you money. Wall mold remediation cost. The costs may vary from a reasonable $1,000 to a hefty $20,000, if mold wreaked havoc beyond simple repairs. Concrete walls. For concrete walls, get ready to pay from $1,000 up to $7,000 to $10,000 if a large area is contaminated and requires renovation. Painted walls. Professional treatment of painted wall surfaces might cost between $750 and $5,500. Drywall. Typically, costs start at $1,000 and reach up to $13,500 or more in some neglected cases when demolition and reconstruction works are necessary. Whole house mold remediation cost. In a very unfortunate situation when nasty mold infected the whole house, for example, as an after effect of flooding or violent storming, whole house mold remediation and restoration services cost a pretty penny. The average rates range between $10,000 and $30,000. The good news is that in case of force majeure events and valid homeowner insurance, a vast majority of insurance providers are very likely to cover the expenses. The toxicity of mold requires licensed staff with dedicated tools and personal safety gear. Restore Services, a reputable fully certified restoration company headquartered in San Diego. Equipped with advanced tools, IR detectors, essential for mold detection, dehumidifiers, antifungal agents, and disinfectants, pros can eliminate the primary reason to ensure a fungi-free, safe environment.